Okay, this happens again.
Last year I bought my first gaming PC, and that was one of the worst decisions I could possibly make. But to understand how I made this mistake, we need to go back. In February 2020, I bought the best gaming laptop, Alienware Area 51M, and my decision was reinforced because it had like 20% off on their website. The specifications on paper seemed legitimately unreal. The Alienware Area 51M was advertised as a beast, revolutionary laptop with a PC-like capable performance. This basically means that they were able to squeeze the processor from a huge PC tower into a tiny little laptop. And by saying tiny, I mean in comparison to a PC, but it was nowhere near tiny, believe me. It was pretty beefed up. I mean, at some point, after all those problems, I even upgraded to 52 gigs of RAM. I know I'm trying to justify the price, but with such specifications, I thought it was gonna run like a beast. You might call me lucky. I honestly don't remember having a blue screen my entire life. And I guess in this 1 year, everything just piled up. So after my very first blue screen, I immediately called the technical team. I explained what I was doing, which was just browsing the web. Literally told me that I would have to reinstall Windows every single year if I want to have good performance. And I was like, are you freaking serious? I never had to reinstall my operating system on my MacBook. Alright, I'm starting to sound like a posh bloke, but for £3,000, don't expect me to reinstall the operating system every single year. I mean, this laptop didn't even come close to that price, and I've never had to reinstall the software. What is the problem? It worked fine for 3 months, and then other things started happening. Windows PCs are more powerful. I don't disagree with that. I've used PC my entire life, and what I think as a content creator, I wanted to have both, a gaming PC and a content creation PC. It clearly didn't work because I'm no longer using this Area 51M. And this brings me to the point of reliability. As I've experienced, it doesn't really matter how fast your machine is on paper, because if the components are not working together seamlessly, then it's very problematic not to get annoyed. And when I had the gaming PC, I used to have a tick where I would just press Ctrl S every 2 minutes. And while it's good, it kind of stopped me from being productive. I got definitely caught up in the marketing. You know, this amazing PC that's gonna revolutionize my gaming and content creation. It didn't. I have to give it to them. The technical support team gave me all the money that I paid for the laptop, and the fact that they accepted the return after a year of using the laptop, it sounded great to me. And that's probably why I didn't make the video earlier, because I wanted to get the refund first. So yeah, now that it's out of the way, I can say whatever I want.
Alright guys, I probably should have mentioned that at the beginning, but I'm actually sponsored by Apple.
Obviously, I'm kidding. I mean, that would be great. But with those new Apple computers, I mean, they just smash the competition in every possible way. However, for gaming, MacBooks are not really great. And if you are a gamer, you can literally get a beefed up computer for literally the same price, and you will get hundreds of FPS in your games. So if you are a gamer, I would never recommend a MacBook, because that's just not what it's intended for. I was, for example, considering Gigabyte Aero 15, but I just couldn't handle the pain if the same thing is gonna happen to me again. Don't get me wrong, MacBooks are nowhere near perfect, and I don't believe there are perfect machines. I'm not gonna lie guys, I really got stuck in the sense of like, I need the best thing to create videos. And I mean, I could be just editing videos on my phone and, you know, I would still be getting the same amount of views. There are a few certain reasons why I will never buy a PC again for content creation. For gaming and like 3D animations type of thing, maybe. But for processor intensive tasks like Premiere Pro, I don't think so. I mean, what Apple has done with their M1 chips is something remarkable. Earlier this year, I edited some videos on M1 Macbook Pro, and it worked perfectly. Whether it is Premiere Pro, Final Cut Pro, editing videos, editing photos, I mean, it worked perfectly. These are quite expensive machines. However, if you think about that, MacBook from 2015 is running, as you can say, smoothly. I can make notes, edit videos on it, no problem. But if I had the same laptop from 2015, any Windows-based computer, I would struggle, because I used to have a laptop and just after a couple of years, it was so slow. And you know, like when you press the power button on the computer and it just loads and loads and loads? That is such a pain to seeing those old machines struggle so much. There are so many differences between Windows-based computers and MacBooks. I mean, just one of the things is that the operating software is designed by Apple for MacBooks, and Windows is designed for any machine. So it really does depend on what kind of components there are. And let me just tell you, the touchpad on Windows laptops, I don't understand why it's there. I mean, it's so unfunctional, like you need a mouse. I mean, listen guys, I'm still running this MacBook from 2015, it's 7 years old, and the touchpad is better than every Windows laptop that I've ever used. I still don't understand why they took all of those ports away in the first place, but I'm so glad they're back now. So going through blue screens and being unable to turn on my computer, and as much I was excited to get this gaming PC, I was even more excited to return it. But first of all, the computer was bulky, it used almost 100% of its fans, and it needed 2 huge power chargers to run it at 100%. Another thing guys, is that that laptop had 1 hour of battery life. I mean, literally. And on this 2015 MacBook, I was able to edit a full video while being in the sky. No charges needed whatsoever. That to me was another big push for returning this laptop. I know I sound a little bit biased, but I was so frustrated during that 1 year that I couldn't properly edit my videos, edit the photos, because I never knew when the computer was gonna crash. And it happened just in random moments. It even happened to me a few times when I was just browsing the web. Research, really do understand what the machine is built for. If you can, test it. If you can't, you know, one bad decision is not gonna determine your entire life. Put your comments down below and let me know why you will never buy Apple products again, or why you will buy the new MacBook Pro. Thank you for watching. I really do appreciate you for staying for so long, and I'll see you in another video. Bye.